YouTube Rewind 2024.
I'm gonna bash your fucking head against the wall with a brick if you don't shut up.
The year of allegations.
Hello, I'm YandereDev, the developer of Yandere Simulator. Last year, an extremely serious allegation was made about me that I would like to address.
Kicking off 2024 with a bang, on the 1st of January, YandereDev responded to some pretty serious accusations.
I wanted to know if she was joking or if she was being serious, so I asked her, "Are you planning to start an OnlyFans?"
To say this response was received well would be an absolute understatement. But whilst YandereDev was working on that response and apology, YouTube's own vigilante, MamaMax, was working on catching people that need to make apology and responses like Camden Davis. But as everyone knows by now, MamaMax's whole investigation, career, and reputation kind of imploded on itself. You know, he kind of threatened a few people, schizoed out, and is still trying to make a comeback to this day, even pretty badly. Good one, Max. Only one bad response away from everybody taking you back. And whilst MamaMax's career died, another thing died this year, and that was Twomad. Yes, the once controversial YouTuber did indeed pass away, and whilst many people were moved and saddened by this, some people even messaged him directly asking him if he was actually dead. But others, like James Gee, were taking this as an opportunity, like Rad's going towards food, and just decided to, you know, throw a bunch of allegations his way after, you know, he's passed. Very classy move, I must say. But RIP Twomad. Whilst Twomad certainly wasn't making any more money from his fans, KSI was with an alleged crypto thing.
Most popular YouTubers, but yesterday he accidentally exposed the pump and dump crypto scams that he promoted.
But I'm really not going to bore you with crypto stuff. It's like crypto rug pull, crypto this, crypto rug pull. Realistically, you're going to see enough of KSI without me having to go over this situation. But a situation you might definitely want me to go over in this YouTube Rewind 2024 video is the Minecraft saga of allegations.
Did acknowledge how bad it looked that I was covered in bruises.
For maybe people that have been living under a Minecraft Jack Black Steve sized rock, there has been a lot of allegations against Minecraft content creators this year. And to spice it up a little bit, because I know all of you are fed up of hearing about it, let's speedrun, like an old Minecraft style, through these Minecraft allegations. This Minecraft allegation started with a girl called Shovel. Shovel basically accused her ex-partner of biting her and doing some not so good things. She didn't say who it was, but a lot of people took it as Wilbur Soot. This was then confirmed when Wilbur Soot made a response to this, talking about how he thought the biting was consensual. Shovel pretty horrifically rejected Wilbur Soot's response and apology before there was a new allegation against Wilbur that came out, but we kind of forget about this one because they used their allegation against Wilbur Soot to promote their Patreon. But it definitely did not get better for the Minecraft scene. Basically, anybody with a Minecraft channel had an allegation leveled against them. People like Wisp, Puns, a guy called Draggy by the way, and even Tubbo had a fake allegation leveled against him. Allegations were flying in the Minecraft scene, and even outside the Minecraft scene with, you know, Alex Kister getting an allegation as well. But then bringing the speedrun to a close, then GeorgeNotFound received some pretty serious allegations from a girl called Katie Bugs.
I want to start this by saying I wouldn't be here without Shelby. I was ready to disappear with this secret forever. I never knew that creators were allowed to talk about these kinds of things.
Again, the speedrun music starting again. Katie Bugs accused GeorgeNotFound of some not very good things. GeorgeNotFound responded. Katie Bugs responded yet again. It's also worth noting that during this time, before GeorgeNotFound actually properly responded, she wanted him to make a public response because, you know, drama and money. GeorgeNotFound then made another response where he kind of took everything back and, you know, took a step back. There was another allegation thrown into the mix here. Katie Bugs then made another response where, you know, she was pretty aggressive.
The touching that he has admitted to many times, this touching that he admitted to not asking or getting my consent before he did.
Katie Bugs then got called out by many people for changing elements of her story, covering things up, getting things wrong constantly. At the same time, Dream went on a Twitter space and cried.
He's been my best friend for a very long time.
Katie Bugs then admitted to wording herself really incredibly poorly. There was another response, and then she basically completely disappeared from the internet. Minecraft allegations are done for now. Apart from this guy, I could not include this guy, this Mickey Mouse voice actor who cried about the whole situation.
My friend cried in my fucking arms about this, and you're on stream denying it all.
It's okay, man, it's okay. Get it all out. But speaking of somebody with an incredibly high-pitched, gross voice, Jojo Siwas released a song called called Karma. That's it, Jojo Siwas released a terrible song called Karma. And Daddy05, yeah, you remember them, returned in a pretty nonchalant way after everything really serious that happened with them.
Deserved all that shit that happened to
Hell no. Hell no. People blew everything out of proportion, turned everything into what it was.
Well, of course you're going to say that. But someone who hasn't said anything is Imallexx, somebody who has had several serious allegations levied against him this year. The majority of the allegations against Imallexx came from his ex-partner, Alice. And the stuff Alice levied against Imallexx, for the most part, kind of speaks for itself with a lot of the clips that she included in a massive post about this all.
I'm gonna bash your head against the wall with a brick if you don't shut up.
Alice's Google Drive really exposed the kind of guy that Imallexx is, and it still blows me away how much information is in said Google Drive. But a lot of Imallexx's ex-associates and ex-friends did come out and speak about the situation and all release statements individually on their Instagrams and other social media platforms. A range of other allegations against Imallexx then did come out after this, some with more validity than others like this one. Like seriously, really look into the King Annie stuff. But currently with the Imallexx situation, Alice has come out and said that the stuff with the police is done and that she has more information about the situation. But because of this, all iNumber ended up with his own ludicrous allegations where iNumber was basically just smeared. A genuinely awful situation. And it all ended up getting resolved anyway. Like, no thank you, no thank you.
I had, oh fuck, my toe. Oh, Jesus Christ.
But hold up, before we continue with the more depressing, serious allegations, let's talk about something that isn't so depressing.
But imagine if I got a low taper fade.
I try to find a barber near me and get a low taper fade before this game. Thoughts? I think you should. The meme became the dream.
Arguably one of the most annoying things this year was this whole ninja low taper fade meme, which just doesn't seem to die.
Low taper fade.
You know what's crazy is that low taper fade meme is, dude, it is still massive.
Like, even Ninja dragging this deceased meme became a meme. It's been unavoidable. But let's get back to the allegations. Yay! So, DrDisrespect had some pretty serious allegations leveled against him, and yeah, he made a post admitting to it, saying that in 2017, in a Twitch Whisper message chat, he messaged a minor. He then edited the word minor out of his response to then put it back in. Later, when he addressed this on stream, he said he did this to trick journalists into saying that he admitted to these allegations.
You also said the word minor, Cody. I even made sure that word was emphasized in my statement, edited, etc. Just to make sure these so-called journalists would pick up on it. Boy, oh boy, did they have a chance.
And somehow the large majority of the internet bought this and he became completely vindicated. At least it was a happy ending for DrDisrespect. Two people who certainly didn't have a happy ending though is Penguin0 and Sneako, who had a debate which tarnished their reputation. Good one, fellas. And speaking of good fellas, the Rizzler and the Costco guys took over the internet over the past year, becoming arguably some of the biggest content creators very quickly. I genuinely couldn't tell you why, but for the most part it's pretty wholesome. Something that wasn't so wholesome this year was that Jack Doherty crashed his car whilst looking on his phone and speeding in the rain, and then when it came to his camera guy that seemed seriously injured or hurt to a certain extent, he kind of just shoved the camera at him and said, record, I need to make my money back. Actual scumbag behavior here, and I'm very shocked he isn't behind bars. And speaking of somebody that people called to be behind bars, Cody Ko had a series of allegations leveled against him, which were first published by D'Angelo Wallace.
Cody, let's have an uncomfortable conversation. Someone has been alleging for years now that you, one of the largest commentary creators on YouTube, knowingly committed a crime against her when she was a minor.
This whole situation kind of fizzled out, but I wouldn't be shocked if this was a situation that got kind of picked up next year. But let's stay focused on this year, because this year was the year that YouTubers suddenly left. OG creators like MattPatt and Tom Scott decided that this year was the year that they were going to leave the platform. A lot of OG content creators also decided to take breaks or switch up their content this year, which kind of left a massive hole in YouTube. This is a trend that will grow with the older YouTube content creators as they have families and move on with their lives. Master Uguay, however, was a guy that didn't want to leave YouTube but was forcibly removed when he had all his YouTube accounts banned after some pretty deep controversy. He made a dodgy song, did some dumb things, had a mental breakdown on Twitter, got banned, and then started up a channel which isn't doing so hot. You do you, Master Uguay.
I'm so happy! I hate this! I hate it! I hate this show! I hate fucking breathing it!
Also, something else that happened this year was that Boogie2988 actually faked having cancer. And no, I'm not trolling, this is genuinely something that happened on Keemstar's Lolcow Live. And after it became so viral and popular, Keemstar kind of dragged Boogie around on a leash, constantly bringing up this cancer thing.
So entertaining, a fat man who faked cancer picking up trash.
Guys, I don't know this for certain, but I think Boogie might have faked having cancer. Now, speaking of something absolutely huge, a bit like Boogie, there's a situation that's been going on this year, which I don't think many people have heard of before, and that is the MrBeast situation. And for the sanity of every person watching, I'm not going to go over this situation in depth. Everybody knows what went on in this situation, but I can't not mention it in a Rewind 2024 video. This saga starts with a girl called Kris Tyson, and Kris Tyson made a few dodgy decisions and did a lot of awful stuff, and was also friends with a guy called Shadman, and Shadman was also friends and interacted with a lot of other YouTubers who also got called out, and for the sake of everybody else, we're not going to go over the Shadman stuff. Don't worry, Elvis the Alien, you live to fight another day. Because the Kris Tyson allegations and the situation was so massive, it drew lots of attention to MrBeast, and MrBeast got cancelled pretty heavily, with lots of stuff coming out about him. Then a little liar called Dogpack dropped a few videos full of misinformation, disinformation, trying to slander MrBeast because he was a bit salty that he got fired. Then Rosanna, someone who was also a bit salty that she didn't win a hide and seek, came into the picture, you know, spread a bunch of stuff about MrBeast, did some dodgy thumbnails with what they thought was CP. Then it turned out that among the actual criticism and actual stuff that MrBeast did wrong, there was lots of false information to slander him. MrBeast then went and got interviewed by Umperville and, you know, basically said, I'm going to sue that guy.
Soggy has basically an hour and 27-minute video, and an hour of it is just flat out proving manipulation and lies, and caused a lot of harm to my businesses. I mean, I've literally had people pull out millions of dollars and then tell me it was directly because of his video. And don't worry, I instantly was like, can you send that in writing? So, you know, if I win a case or anything, I can directly point damages. No reason why. And so, I mean, it's just unfortunate. Like, I don't want to be put in this situation, but probably gonna happen.
Then after that interview, Umperville, who interviewed him, got a bunch of backlash for some of the questions he did and did not ask. And then he said, you know, don't worry, MrBeast, I don't think you should sue Dogpack for all the misinformation and damage to your company because of journalism.
Dogpack, I don't think you should sue Dogpack. I don't think MrBeast should sue Dogpack. I think that is bad for journalism.
Great one, Umperville, incredible take like everybody's had in this situation, spot on. Of course, we're missing a few details here and there, but that is the rough idea of the situation. Everybody knows it already, so bite me. Or go and watch more Pegasus videos on all of this, because you know he's 100% trustworthy and reliable narrator. Speaking of unreliable narrators, Logan Paul is getting sued into oblivion this year and is also suing people himself, like CoffeeZilla. Logan Paul then went and made a product called Lunchly, this lunch kit with KSI and MrBeast, and then all three of them decided to be with a middle-aged Minecraft YouTuber who didn't like their product. Some way more than others.
I want to say something. I can't do it.
In your 30s with a receding hairline, get over it. One thing I've got to mention is when Logan Paul's partner gave birth, he was promoting Lunchly and Prime in the hospital room with his wife and kid.
And of course, we have our snacks and our energy drink, none other than the greatest meals in the world. Lunchly, of course, we have the turkey, cheese, and cracker stack. Also the Fiesta Nachos, my personal favorite.
Like, you've just had a kid, what are you doing? Logan also had like some kind of beef with TommyInnit over Prime, but it's 2024, who's talking about TommyInnit? And speaking of somebody no one should be talking about in 2024, Linemaker came back. Oh, well, that's about it. Linemaker came back and confessed his homosexuality.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
You gotta give him that hawk and spit on that thing, you get me?
She went viral for that, started a podcast called Talk to, and then did a crypto scam. Thumbs up. I'm gonna be super real with you guys. The next topic I've got on my docket, I have no idea what it's about. I don't know why I put it down, but I'm just gonna mention it by name for tag reasons. Jeffree Star and James Charles allegations, probably over some makeup palette or some, you know, message allegations, you know, the usual. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't really think anyone gives a shit or knows what I'm talking about, so let's move on. Speaking of something that nobody apart from T channels really gives a fuck about, is that Nicocado Avocado lost a shit ton of weight, and fun fact, you all probably weigh more than him now, so yeah, let that sink in. Another large gentleman people are obsessed with for about a month was Smart Schoolboy 9. Like, seriously, this thing was horrific, like, just uncanny valley vibe. Also did some pretty weird stuff too. But regardless of that weird stuff, people mainly cared that he just looked weird. So, you know.
Clearly attracted to the idea of being a kid. And I think OP was correct when they speculated that this was some sort of age play thing. But it's also clearly much more than that too. As based on the images that he's created himself, he clearly has some sort of attraction to other children as well.
But a crime far worse than whatever Smart Schoolboy 9 did was the fact that Marcus proudly recorded himself speeding and then posted it to his YouTube channel.
Hey, if it's still fine, bring it back and use it as a webcam if you want. So I think the main thing that I've taken away from all the fun that I've had.
Proper class that one, mate. That should really impress the 15 and 16-year-olds watching your content. Okay. But now it is time for another allegation speedrun, so let's quickly get this over and done with. Mr. T-Lex have fired some really serious allegations leveled against him. And well, this guy returned. Even Cenat's cameraman got an allegation, and some other stuff happened with Cenat. And even the Fortnite Twitter guy had to address allegations against himself.
Billy is currently on a $200,000 conditional bail until his next court hearing on 19th of December. And some of those conditions are he's had to surrender his passport, frequently check in with police, not contact the alleged victim, and not comment about the case on social media.
One of the biggest set of allegations and situations that happened this year was young Philly getting arrested and charged for alleged rape. This situation is absolutely huge, and young Philly is being held in Australia until further notice. You could say that he's locked in. I'm telling you, for the people that got that joke, they are absolutely cracking up right now. I know, thank me later.
Yes, my peoples, like everyone, I've heard the reports coming out of Australia. Whilst I understand many of you want my reaction on it, as this is an ongoing court case, I hope you guys can understand that I can't and won't be commenting on it publicly. So yeah, I've just come on here to basically let you know the reasons as to why I can't. Love.
All jokes aside and all bits aside, this is a situation I would love to dive into further and give a further recap on, but just due to how it is, we're not in the know about anything, so I just can't do that. In other news, this guy didn't bother sleeping several times and then locked himself in solitary confinement for days. This YouTuber, Rusty Cage, ended up faking his death for some ARG type fun thing. I'd say probably half the audience and half the internet don't know that this guy isn't actually dead. This unfunny guy said that MrBeast committed war crimes against him, pretty much sums up this whole guy's personality. Like seriously, Weasley Weddle is the most repulsive human being ever. Asmongold had a horrendous political take and didn't bother cleaning his house for years. Honestly, this guy is the most disgusting human being ever. TommyInnit and Co said they didn't like Dream. Yeah, shocker. Someone said they didn't like Dream in the big year of 2024. I'm just gonna keep playing this video of TommyInnit while I say this because why not? Disney had some pretty saucy leaks. Not the only streamer to have some kind of leak come out. Yep, Sketch as well. Yeah, that little thing that just plopped down is called Mooding, and he blew up everywhere for whatever reason. Brad Taste in Music and Dark Viper AU went insane. That's really about it. Trisha Paytas went on SNL, and yes, that is a real screenshot. Ronaldo started a YouTube channel, blew up within several months, is on 71 million subscribers, and yes, the channel is as banned as you probably would imagine. And I'm not whispering for any other reason apart from the fact I don't want Ronaldo or MrBeast to come and kill me.
I want to apologize to people like Chud Logic in this situation because I really do feel like I did wrong you.
Yeah, but are you really apologetic? Do you really care? Do you really care about the NuxTaku stuff? No, because you removed your video on NuxTaku and then went and apologized to the guy. Out of context, you have no idea what I'm talking about. All that you need to know for Rewind 2024 is that Muthar is a spineless bastard. I'm kind of staring at these final points of this video about Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. Who really cares? Nerd City Interponics podcast. Who really cares? The Willy Wonka event. Who really cares? Did that happen this year? Seriously? Ads that I can't mention. And Trump, does anyone care? And while that was YouTube Rewind 2024 and 2024 as a whole for the most part.
Pedal, PDF, pedal, PDF.
This year's been an insane allegation, drama, slop-filled year, probably one of the most action-packed years in a while. But what did you think of 2024? Comment down below, and what's your predictions for 2025? But this has been YouTube Rewind 2024, been your host Samuel, subscribe right now.